all things, insightful and entertaining. Today we have a special treat for you. Like we are joined by a remarkable individual who has journeyed all the way from Malaysia. And as you know that research arena is going on, so under the umbrella of research arena, University of Sargoda, the Department of English, University of Sargoda has organized a second international conference based on modern trends in linguistics and literature. So we are privileged to have one of the speakers all the way from Malaysia. So she has joined us in the studio. So let's welcome our guest. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us.
Thank you very much, Maria. My pleasure to be here today.
Thank you so much. Like I'm so excited, and I think that firstly I should ask you about your visit, and then we will move forward towards other questions.
All right. I was invited here by the University of Sargoda to do for a presentation in conjunction with their which was on Monday and Tuesday, and I presented a paper about the role of ChatGPT and this technological revolution that we are going through, and the need to accept that generative AI is here to stay, and we have to look at how to integrate it ethically and intelligently with our teaching.
All right. So, ma'am, could you please shed the light on some of the basic objectives and some of the outcomes of this conference?
Well, the outcome is, I suppose, to encourage more research work among students, especially most of the the audience members and the paper presenters were from people from various parts of Pakistan, looking at topics which are related to language, literature, and also a lot on education. And I think the objectives would be to integrate research into our academic work and to share the body of knowledge with a wide group of people.
All right, so let me tell the audience as well that Dr. Sareen Kaur is a senior lecturer at Multimedia University in Malaysia. So basically she has a lot of achievements, and I'm impressed by her research work. Basically her specialization is language used in Malaysian agricultural organization. So ma'am, as a woman, like you are so enthusiastic about your research, about your studies and all that. So what are some of the common things you consider that women around the globe are suffering or bearing? Is there anything you want to relate?
Yes, I had a workshop today in the university, and I noticed that some of the participants had brought their children in, and I found that really very touching, because they could have just not attended the conference. Many people would have opted to just be at home, right? Why come into a workshop and sit there 2 hours with their child? But they made that sacrifice, and it's not easy. It's a challenge being a woman and working at the same time and trying to balance work, the home life with your children and spouses and your studies.
Exactly.
Right, it's not easy. I've been there. It's a huge challenge, but of course, some people have it more difficult than many of us. But I just would like to remind the listeners that you're not alone. Right, you're not alone. As I said, I was talking to Maria earlier. I'm a single parent, but I've been lucky that I've had my father with me, and the situation in Malaysia, it's slightly different, and I've had my siblings to help me out. But there were days that I thought I couldn't complete my studies. There were many a time that I have sat in my supervisor's office and cried and said, I cannot do this anymore. I've done that many times. And today when I talk to her and we reflect back with our experience, and she reminds me what I used to tell her. And of course, we laugh about it now, but I still remember how difficult and challenging it was to work so hard. There were times what I used to do was, towards the end of my thesis preparation, I used to come back home after classes. That would be about 4, 5 o'clock, depending, and then prepare dinner, whatever that needed to be done with my son or my dad. And then by 7 o'clock, once dinner has been completed, I would go to the office. I work very close to my university. It's about a 3-minute drive, so I used to go office from 7:30 to about 12:30 or 1 in the morning to finish off whatever work that I had related to my thesis, and I did that for a few months so that I could get it sent out as soon as possible. So it's a huge challenge, and when we use the word balance, it's so subjective. It's so difficult. It's so difficult to balance. It's just not possible at times. There are so many sacrifices that you have to make. And these are things that women go through all over the world. It's that's the point that I wanted to make.
Exactly, that's a very realistic approach towards life. Like all the women around the globe are suffering from different kind of things. So I'm very proud of you. Like you have great achievements in your fields, and now you are you are having a lot of achievements with you, but yes, it was a difficult time, and I'm sorry for that by listening. But yes, I'm proud of you. Like
thank you very much.
You did it, but you are a motivation for many women. Not in your country but around the globe. But yes, I'm glad that you have shared the very realistic approach towards. So ma'am, what are some of the other things related to your work, like how you balanced and how you managed, in the beginning you said it was very difficult for you to complete your PhD due to certain reasons, but now how you manage to work a lot, and your publications are quite remarkable, and certain other things which are very impressive.
I think I've managed to prioritize what is important, and in Malaysia or in the university that I'm in, we have a different tracks, whether you are on on a track for teaching or on a track for research. Mine is a teaching track. So my emphasis has always been on teaching in my classroom and with my students. That's my priority. I make sure that I make a difference in the lives of my students. Right? It's difficult to teach English. It's not difficult to teach English, but it's difficult to improve in English in a short period of time. Exactly. But I believe that when you raise awareness and you create the motivation in them with your teaching, the students will, work by themselves, because these are older students. There's so much that has to be from them. So that's my priority. And now I have a little bit more time. My son has now left home for university. Yeah, so I've got more time to concentrate on my research, and I also manage a journal at the university.
That's great. Would you like to tell us some of the details about the?
Yes, the name of the journal is Journal of Communication, Language and Culture. I am the managing editor. We have a chief editor who is Prof. Dr. Gerald Go. As I said, I manage the day-to-day basis of the journal, and it's been a very interesting learning experience with the journal. It's a steep learning curve. There were so many things that I had to learn about the system and how to manage a lot of things, but it's been a great journey with the journal, and we're working really hard so that it gets indexed on the Scopus database as soon as possible, hopefully in a year or two. But we're working. That's a journey. That's my professional journey at the moment with my journal.
All right. So people can also send papers to you.
Yes, yes. Please do send your papers. It's a good grounding, because you will get good feedback. Our reviewers are experts in their field. So with that feedback, then you know what are your weaknesses and what are your strengths, and from there you can work and learn, and eventually write better papers, and you can send them to much more stronger journals.
Yeah. That's all right, and we would love to, send you papers and reviews from you as well. So, ma'am, I would like to ask a basic question, like how is your visit to Pakistan, and now specifically related to University of Sargodha?
It's been wonderful. I've been taken care of so well by the University of Sargodha, by the members. It all started off with the invitation from Rabia. Rabia has been so wonderful, working.
She's my teacher as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she and the husband, we started off with her and the husband picking me up from the airport, and I've got no complaints. It's been wonderful. Everyone I have met.
Rabia is such a wonderful lady.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. Dr. Musharraf and Dr. Zarina.
She's also my teacher. So
You're very lucky, very lucky. Such caring, empathetic individuals who have made my stay so wonderful here. I was a bit anxious before coming, because
place entirely anew.
yeah, correct. And I was coming all alone, and I have traveled alone, but not like this, totally not knowing anyone at all. So it's been a wonderful experience. I would recommend people to visit Pakistan. The hospitality, the love that has been given, that has come towards me, it's just been amazing. I don't even have the words to describe. I am so touched.
Thank you so much for your kind words. So I would like to ask, what is much more fascinating about Pakistan? The food or the culture? Like, what did you find so?
The people.
The people.
I love food. A lot of the food is very familiar with the Punjabi food I get in Malaysia and at home, but it's the people. It's the individuals. As I said, the people have been so loving and caring and hospitable and warm, and it's so easy to get along with and talk about things that which are so common between us. There's no barrier. I feel like there's no barrier between people. I can talk about whatever that's on my mind and say things, and people are so understanding and acceptable. It's just so easy to get along.
Like I'm glad that you are having good experiences over here. So let's talk about this campus radio. Firstly, I would like to say thank you, because that was not included in your schedule, and suddenly I requested you and you accepted my request. So I'm very glad that you have graced us with your visit here. And how, I think you haven't visited the whole radio, but how are you feeling being here?
Fantastic. It looks very modern to me. It looks, like how a station should be, right? I'm amazed with that there is a campus radio. I don't think my university has a campus radio.
Oh,
yeah.
That's an honor for us. Basically.
Correct.
It's a campus radio, so it is for the representation of our students.
Yeah, great opportunities for students to learn and to manage, and these are things that are important for them before they leave the university.
Exactly. Ma'am, is there any possibility of having our students scholarships over there? Do you think that these kind of collaborations will pave the way for our students in the future?
Yes, we have a lot of mobility programs, as we call it, at my university, and we can look at future collaborations. We have a wide range of faculties at the university I teach in. We have the creative arts, creative multimedia, as they call it, and also cinematic arts. These are the two, and also faculty of applied communication. So these are the three faculties that we can look at creating more collaborations with.
All right. So, ma'am, being a researcher, what do you think that? What are your suggestions to the young researchers of the world, and specifically to the Pakistani researchers and to the University of Sargodha?
What's my advice? Don't give up. Right? Have faith.
That's the basic thing.
Yeah, don't give up. Work hard. Even when life, feels very difficult, try to find the light to move on, and make sure you surround people who will uplift you. I think that's important. There have been many times in my career where I thought of giving up or just not doing, or I get upset sometimes with certain things that happen. But I've always had some good friends who were there to advise me and to guide guide me and to show me, oh no, Sareen, this is not the way, it should be this way. And, give it a few days, you will feel better about the whole thing. So that's important, having the right people around you to guide you and to motivate you. But, don't give up, have faith. Life does work out the way that we want sometimes, but not immediately, but with time, it does go the way that you want it to go.
Exactly. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us and blessing us with your presence. And I would also like to say thank you to the listeners and the viewers for being with us. And thank you so much to Department of English, University of Sargodha, for giving us the chance to meet such wonderful people. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope we will meet again one day right here.
Or in Malaysia, come to Malaysia. Come.
Yeah, but I would love to be, sit here in the future as well. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you, listeners. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.